Hi, I'm Sasha. Today I'm going to be testing out products from ColourPop's Valentine's Day collection. Here are the swatches for the All That eyeshadow palette. You can see there are several matte shades, some shimmers, and some more glittery metallic shades as well. This is a really beautiful palette that has some really unusual shades. You don't see a lot of palettes that focus on reds in particular. Here are the swatches for the Just a Tint lip colors in this collection. There's Gimme, which is a pink nude, the Strand, which is a mid-tone pink, and Cutie Fruity, which is a beautiful deep red. So first I'm going to get started with the eyeshadow. I'm just going to do a wash of color using this sort of light pink shade here called BB Girl. Just going to kind of wash it all over the lid to give a nice base. This is a beautiful sort of soft pink. There's not a ton of pigment to it, but you can still see it. I think it's really nice kind of as a light base shade. Next I want to do a bit of this shade here called Cha Cha. It looks like sort of a beautiful peachy nude shade. I'm going to kind of start at the outer corner and move inwards. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to work it into the crease just a little bit. Next I'm going to use a bit of this shade here called Wink Wink. I'm going to focus on the outer corners and move inward. ColourPop colors are always so beautiful and highly pigmented. I just love how they blend together. Next I want to deepen up that outer corner, so I'm going to use this beautiful sort of scarlet shade called Please Me. Wow, that's really beautiful. So I just started near the lash line and now I'm blending that outwards. This is such a gorgeous shade. It's got a bit of, I think, sort of burgundy or purple in it. I really love these colors. I think they're kind of sexy and perfect for Valentine's Day. I don't know about you guys, but it has been so fun seeing all the new makeup releases come out for Valentine's Day. There are all these cute new packages and everything is like pink and red. Oh my goodness. I like how that's coming along so far, so I'm going to go ahead and mirror this on the lower lash line. I'm going to use this little smudge brush and start with this shade here called Cha Cha. Just going to work that from the outer corner inwards. One thing I love about this palette is that it has so many matte shades. It's just gorgeous how you can go from the very light mattes to the very deep mattes. You don't even have to dip into any of these shimmers if you don't want to. Now I'm going to do a little bit in Wink Wink, focusing on this outer edge. Then just a little bit in Please Me. Just want to blend this out and soften the edges a little bit. Wow, these blend out so beautifully. I just love these matte shades. I don't want to completely ignore these beautiful glittery shades, so I think I'm going to dip into a couple of those as well. I'm going to start with this one here called Infatuation. I think this is a Super Shock, so I'm going to go ahead and use it on my finger. Oh wow, that's so sparkly and gorgeous. This just screams Valentine's Day to me. I don't know about you guys, but when I see these shades of red, it's like candy hearts and chocolates and everything. This one is pretty glittery, so I'm trying not to get it all over the place. But this glitter does seem to want to migrate a bit. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of that on this little smudge brush. This is again the shade Infatuation. And tap it under the eye here. Now I want to do something with this inner corner highlight. I think this shade here called Fishnets would be really gorgeous. So I'm just going to check it out. I think, yeah, it looks like it's a normal powder. So I'm going to use this Pacifica Cherry Matte Setting Spray. I spray a little bit on my hand. Then I dip my finger into the setting spray. I dip that into the powder, in this case Fishnets. And then I just pat that on the inner corner there. Wow, this is so pretty. I just love how it creates this beautiful kind of gradient that's kind of like the icy pink to that bold, fiery red shimmer. Now I want to put a little bit of this shade Fishnets on the bottom lash as well. So I'm taking a new little smudger brush, spraying that with setting spray. Now I'm dipping the wet brush into Fishnets and just kind of patting that shade right here to highlight that inner corner. This is such a beautiful shade. It's like kind of shimmery, sort of light pink. This is definitely more of a glittery look. I think you could keep it matte if you kind of stopped before we went into the glitters, but I really think it looks gorgeous and very festive in Valentine's with these extra sort of pops of glitter. So today I have the ColourPop Creme Gel color in Swerve. As part of the Valentine's Day collection, they have this in a metallic black, but I really wanted to use just a matte black today. So I'm just going to take this angled brush and dip it in this cream liner. I want to go for sort of a cat eye shape and just start near the center because I'm not quite sure how thick it's going to come out. This is really creamy and easy to use. Now I'll just do the other eye. Sometimes I like to sort of flatten the brush against the back of my hand just to make it a little sharper when you do your line. This liner is so pretty. It's just such a flat matte black against this sparkle. I want my line to be a little bit more precise, so I'm going in with this ColourPop BFF liquid liner. This is the shade Numero Uno or black. Basically, I just want to sharpen up that corner. And this is a great sort of felt-tipped liquid liner. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely a sharper edge there now. Okay, I really like this. I feel like it's kind of got the sassiness of a cat eye with that really beautiful kind of bombshell red. Now I'm going to go in with a ColourPop BFF Volumizing Mascara. This is in the shade Black on Black. It's got a nice sort of hourglass shaped brush. Just kind of wiggle from root to tip. I like this mascara pretty well. I feel like it's a little bit more drying than some other mascaras, but it definitely has some good staying power as far as I can tell. I really like this deep black against that black liner. I feel like everything just sort of ties well together. Now I want to go in on those lower lashes, but there's kind of too much product on the brush, so I'm just going to wipe it off with a tissue. And then use this brush kind of vertically. See if I can just get a little hint of color on those lower lashes. For blush today, I'm going to use one from the ColourPop Disney Princess collection. This one is called Enchanted Mirror, and it's sort of a peach shade. So I'm just going to apply this. I don't want too much blush with this because I feel like the eyes already have a lot of color. I just kind of want it to look a little bit vibrant and alive. I really like this peach shade because I feel like it has a little bit more orange in it than like a mauve. And I think it goes really well with something like this red eye look. For highlighter today, I'm going to use this Sleeping Beauty ColourPop shade. It's called Coronation, and it's a beautiful kind of light golden shimmer. So I'm just going to apply it sort of with this brush. This is a really beautiful kind of soft shimmer. It's not super chunky and glittery. I really like how this looks. It's just a gorgeous kind of lit from within glow. So I'll go down the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin as well. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just kind of got a little bit of a sheen to it. I think it's just such a pretty highlighter. For bronzer today, I'm going to use this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in light bronze. I also didn't want the bronzer to stand out too much in this look. I just want to put a little bit of definition there. So I'm going to go in near the hairline just to warm things up. This shade is really nice because it just kind of mimics a shadow, especially for really pale skin. I feel like it's not too intense or too bright. It kind of helps with that contour without being too much. I like to go under the jawline a little bit just to give that area a little more definition. Next, I have the Tender Love and Care set that was part of this collection. This is 3 mini Just a Tint colors. It's Gimme S'more, the Strand, and Cutie Fruity. So let's test them out and see which one we want to use. So Gimme S'more is sort of a beautiful nude shade. I think that would be a nice kind of nude brown. This is the Strand. It's more of a mauve pink. And last is Cutie Fruity, which is more of a red shade. I feel like there are a lot of different directions we could go with this, and I think most of these would look good. So I'm just gonna try them all and see which one I like best. If you've been enjoying this video, please like or consider subscribing. I post new beauty videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 10 a.m. Central, and I'd love for you to join me. Please also hit the notification bell so you can be the first notified whenever I post a new video. So this is Gimme S'more, which is kind of the nude pink shade. I really like this formula. It just smells so good and it glides on so easily. I feel like this looks really nice and natural with this. It doesn't detract from the eye look, but I feel like it goes together well. It definitely pulls a little bit brown on me, and so it has kind of a softer everyday look for this. But I don't know if red glitter eyes will ever really be an everyday look for me. So now I'm going to wipe this off and try a different one. Next we have the Strand. This is kind of a gorgeous pink shade. I feel like it definitely pulls this look in more of a pink direction. Even though it's a red palette, there is some peach and pink in it as well. The shade is a really pretty pink, and I feel like it stands out on its own, but it doesn't detract from the eye look again. I think so far this is my favorite of the two, but I'm really curious to see what the red one looks like. So this is Cutie Fruity, and it's more of a red shade. This is definitely more of a bold shade. I feel like this one is really pretty as well. It definitely pulls it more in the red direction, and I feel like it kind of has that more romantic night out feel. It's kind of amazing how much color there is in this because it is a very kind of sheer shade, but it also makes a really beautiful, vibrant red. I think this is probably my favorite for a going out look, but I do also really love the Strand too. Between all of these, I think my favorites are tied between the Strand, which is more pink, and Cutie Fruity, which is this red one. Before I go, I just want to mention that I looked through my other ColourPop palettes and I didn't see a lot that were like this one. The closest I could find is this Whatever palette, but when you put them side by side, you can really see how All That is definitely more red, whereas Whatever pulls more into the peaches and oranges and even brown tones. I hope you found this video helpful. I'd love to hear what your favorite makeup look is for Valentine's Day. Do you like to be barefaced or with a face mask like on the couch watching a movie, or do you like to go out and get super glammed up? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.